Os. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. All right, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded, here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up, across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Break. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ、礼儀を重んずること。一つ、景気の湯を戒めること。Ready? That's it. よい。しばらくち。Ready? よい。So today's class is an advanced class, and we're continuing with our tutorial on Jion, the kata Jion. All right, so what we're doing today is part 3. So this is part 3 of 3. If you have not already looked at part 1 and part 2, part 3 is not going to help you a whole lot. All right, so go back and take a look at part 1, study that for about a week, go back and look at part 2, study that one for about a week, then come back to this video, part 3, where we're going to pick up where we left off at the end of part 2. All right, so part 1, we went over a majority of the kata Jion. Part 2, we did a lot of it as well. Part 3, we're going to finish it up today. All right, I don't think we're going to have enough time for Bunkai, and if we don't, I will do a Jion kata Bunkai. It won't really be a part 4, it'll just be a standalone video of the Bunkai for the kata Jion. All right, so what we're going to start off with today, I'm going to go through the entire kata. Again, I like to go through the entire kata just so that you are able to see the entire kata. Kind of sets the tone, lets you, allows you to see the entire kata from beginning to end, so you can kind of see up to what point you know. All right. Again, sets the tone so you can kind of say, maybe I'm not ready for this class, or yes, I'm absolutely ready for this class. All right. Then we will start with, so again, I'll do the entire kata. We'll do everything that you know up to this point that I've taught up through part 2. Then we'll go into what we're going to learn today, which is part 3, and finish the kata. Then we'll practice the entire kata quite a few times just to make sure we have it down. All right. Okay, so again, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the entire kata for you. I'll do it twice. I'll start on this side, and then I'll start on this side, so you get 2 perspectives on how the kata is performed properly, and then we will pick up from where we left off last week. All right. Okay, so starting here, I'm not going to count, I'm not going to narrate. This is just going to be my performance of the kata from beginning to end. All right, so cadence, those type of things are exactly what it should be as you go through this kata. Okay. Again, for this one, you want to make sure that you have enough room behind you before you start, because you are stepping back. All right, we start here, yoi. You go to a Jion yoi position, and now it's kata here. Jion. Adjustment. Please. Okay, so there's the kata. Hopefully you recognize up to the point that we learned last week, and you know going forward today what we have to work on. Okay, I'll go through it one more time. Again, making sure you have room. If you feel like you want to go through this with me at this point, that's fine. If you want to watch me, rewind, and then go through it up to the point you know, that's fine. Get the practice in, okay? Again, making sure you have room. Good starting point. And Jion. Adjustment. Please. Adjustment. Jion. Okay, that's the kata Jion, performed at two different angles for you, so you can see two different perspectives. And now, let's go through what we know, all right? So, I will count, I go by the numbers, and I'm gonna slow it down, all right? So, from what you've learned up to this point, you should be able to keep up with me all the way through until we stop, all right? I'll start on this side because I want to end facing you. So remember from last week, what we're ending with is this double uchi-uke, right? This Ryoan uchi-uke, all right? So yes, I'm going to start on this side. We will end together here. Front stance, double uchi-uke. All right, so keep that in mind. If that's not where you're ready to end, you might want to go back and look at another video, all right, at part 1 or part 2, to make sure you're able to catch up to get to this point. All right, okay, so we'll start again, do the entire kata up to that point. I'm going to count, and we're going to go slow. Ready? Make sure you have room behind you for your step. Find your starting point. Yoi. Subarachi, right? Yoi. Jion yoi. And now it's kata. Jion. And hajime. Ichi. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Roku. Ichi. Adjustment for me. Ni, son, shi, go. Each, ni, son, each, ni, son, each, ni, son. Each, ni, each, ni, each, ni. Son, each, ni, each, ni, each, ni, son. Sung, Shi, go. Yeah, man. Okay. If you're able to keep up with me throughout that entire kata, okay, up to that point, very good. You're ready to move on to this last and final section, this part 3 of the kata. All right. This next section is very technical. It goes pretty fast. I'm going to show you at regular speed, and then we'll slow it down so that you can understand exactly what's happening. So I'm just going to come straight to you and show you again at speed what this is. All right. So I'm going to start from this section. All right. As we come down, our knee comes up. All right. This is kind of a block, like a leg check. As you step down into this cat stance Juji-Uke, come back out for this block. Then you step forward into that double Uchi-Uke. We discussed that last week, but I just want to preface what we're doing, where we're starting. Okay, so again, starting here, this will be at speed. All right, so I just want you to get the next portion down. Right after the double Uchi-Uke. Watch. Ready? That's the next section. What is it? All right, so you're essentially here in a left front stance, double Uchi-Uke or Ryoan Uchi-Uke, stepping forward with your right foot into a right front stance, Jodan Uchi-Uke or Jodan Juji-Uke. Right arm in front. Jodan Uchi-Uke or Jodan Juji-Uke, cross block. All right, in a right front stance. Okay, I keep putting my hands in front of my face and my mouth, and I don't want to do that so you can hear me and understand me. But again, Juji-Uke here. Back fist with your right hand and block with your left. All right, so start from the left front stance, Uchi-Uke. Step forward, Juji-Uke, back fist, block. Okay? Now, in technical terms, it's a Migi Ura Uchizuki and a Hidari Ageuke. Comes up, right? So it's here and then there. 1, 2. All right? Again, from here, from your Ryoan Uchi-Uke, stepping forward, Jodan Juji-Uke, block and strike. After the block and strike, it is a Gedan. As the right arm comes back, the left arm is in a Gedan position. Right arm is back. And then strike. A back fist strike. A supported back fist strike. This is not a Maroto Uke. Right, it is a back fist strike. So from here, block, strike. Right? Okay, let's do that from a couple of different angles because I want to make sure that you have this particular section down. All right, so left front stance, double block. Step forward, Jodan Juji-Uke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a 4 count. All right, let's practice that a couple times. I'm going to come to you, then I go to that side. I want to get this down pretty well. All right, so starting from your left front stance. Ryoan Uchi-Uke. Ready? Ichi, ni, son, shi. Okay? The good news is you're not stepping forward. The only thing you're doing is one step for your cross block, block and strike, block, strike. all right? So you're not having to do this and step at the same time, but everything happens fairly quickly, all right? So as you do the kata and after you've practiced it several times and you've got this section down, this happens rather quickly. All right, let's do it again from another angle. All right, left front stance, real one uke. Ready? Ichi, ni, son, shi. Okay? Do it again, facing you. I'm going to speed it up just slightly. All right? Not going to go fast, but I'm going to speed it up just slightly. Ryoan, Uchiuke, and Hajime. Ichi, ni, son, shi. Okay? Still that 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually, all right, from here it should go, this is at speed. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, at this point, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Make sure you're doing the techniques, all right? Do them smoothly, do them slowly. Eventually, smooth will become fast, and it looks proper, and it looks like you know what you're doing. Okay, so let's try it one more time from this angle. All right, left front stance, Ryoan Uchiuke. Ready? Hajime. Ichi, ni, son, shi. Good. All right, I'm going to try it one more time from the other side, and then we're just going to try that entire section, okay, to the ending at that point. All right, from here, left front stance, Ryoan Uchiuke. Ready? And Hajime. All right, very good. Let's go through the entire section. I will count, okay? So we're starting from the fold, all right, as the arm comes down, opens up, to the leg up, to here, right? That's where we're gonna end. That's what we're gonna do, that entire section. So again, this entire section, fairly complex, okay? I would say this is the second most complex part. I think the first most complex part is after your turn and your kick here. Ageuke, Gaikazuki, Ageuke, Gaikazuki, Ageuke, Oizuki. To me, that's the first most technical thing that you're doing. All right, this is the second most technical thing that you're doing because there's speed that has to go with that. You have to look like you know what you're doing. Okay. So this is just part of that. All right, so again, let's try it from here. Feet are together, arms, you're gonna start from this part. So your arm is up, this block, this Maroto Uke. All right, on my count, ready? Hajime, ichi, ni, son, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, Q. Yeah, man. All right, I'm trying to tuck my arm in and I shouldn't. Whenever you're doing this down block, this arm should come out. Like you're winding up that back fist. All right, this arm should come out and up, just like this L shape with your arm. And then it throws that back fist. All right, your other hand, you're basically resting this part of your arm, just so this is your elbow, this part of your arm, just below the elbow or above the elbow, depending on where you're looking, is going to rest on the top of your fist for that back fist. All right, it's not supported here on the side, it's on top and drops down. Just to give you good hand position there. All right, because that's really the only place that you need hand position for this portion. All right, so let's try that again. We'll try it a couple times. I'm just going to go straight to you every time. I will try it from a couple different angles for you, just so you can see it from a couple different sides. All right, so from here, Maroto Uke. Ready? And each, knee, son, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, chu. Got me? Good. All right, let me go to this side. So basically what we're doing here is a 9 count. All right, nine moves. All right, so let me go from here. Just want to make sure we're able to see. All right, roto uke. Ready? Each, knee, son, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, chu. Amen. Good. All right. One more time. Again, just a different angle for you. Follow along. Ready? Feet together. Roll to uke. And each, knee, son, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, chu. Yummy? Okay? Get that part down? Good. Let's move on to the next section, which is fairly simple. This is something that we all know, so this is not something brand new. This is something that we can fairly simply integrate into what we know already. Okay? From our back fist, we're going to turn from this 12 o'clock position to the 3 o'clock position with an uchi-uke block. Uchi-uke block with the left hand. Okay? This is where we start. Turn, block, step, oizuki punch. Turn the other direction, uchi-uke block with your right hand. Oizuki punch. Then you're turning back to the 6 o'clock position, gedan right down block. All right. So again, that's fairly simple. We know that. All right, we've done that several times in our takiyoku katas. Right, our takiyoku katas where we turn into uchi-uke. Even our hand sandan. Right, we begin, but we're in a back stance. The only difference is we're front here. Okay, so we're turning uchi-uke in a front stance. All right. So we know this. Uchi-uke front stance, oizuki punch. Turn 180 degrees, uchi-uke, oizuki punch. Turn 90 degrees, back to the 6 o'clock position, gedan right down block. Okay? All right, so let's try it from this block, or from this strike together. I'll count it. Ready? Each, knee, son, shi, go. You know what I mean? Okay? All right, that's fairly simple. We know that. Let's try it a couple more times. Okay? So I'll go from here, our strike. Ready? Each, knee, son, shi, go. You know what I mean? All right. One more time from another angle, and then I will come to you with it, and then we're going to practice the entire kata up to that point. The entire kata up to that point. Because the next thing that comes is something brand new, and I want to focus on it for a little bit. Okay? All right, so from this position, our strike. Ready? Each, knee, son, shi, go. Yeah, man. All right, very good. Entire kata up to that point. Okay, so we're going to end with that gedan right down block. If I'm starting here on this side, I'm going to go down, I'm going to come back. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to stop. All of us will stop together at this gedan right down block. before we get into the final section of the kata. If you're starting on this side of the room, you're going to go down, back, down, turn, end with that gate on right down block. Okay? All right. So I will start on this side, which means I'm going to stop at this gate on right down block. All right, remember that happens twice. Okay? The first time it happens is right after our Tagaizuki here. And we come back to this gate on. But then we do our palm heel, right? Our Teisho Uchis. We do 3 of those. Then we do our Manji Uke, Moroto Uke, Manji Uke, Moroto Uke. Come back to center where we execute that entire thing that we just practiced a few times. Okay, we'll come down to this section. Then our Uchi-uke goes off in that direction with our punch. The other one goes back in that direction with our punch. And we end here with this gate on right down block. This is typically where you hear me do my second adjustment in the kata. I adjust all the way back to the back of the mat so that I make sure I have room for what's coming next, which is our fumakomis and our Hidari Uchi blocks. Right? Uke. Hidari Utashi Uke. Alright. We'll get there. Alright, so I'm going to start on this side. Okay. I will count. Alright, so this first, let's do it twice. The first time I'm going to count. The second time at your own speed and pace. Okay? Alright. Make sure you have your room. Find your starting spot. Yoi. Sudachi. Right? Yoi. Jion yoi. And hajime. Ichi. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Roll. Each. Adjustment. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Each. Ni. Son. Each. Ni. Son. Each. Ni. Son. Each. Ni. Each. Ni. Each. Each. Ni. Son. Each. Ni. Each. Ni. Each. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Roke. Sich. Hutch. Chu. Each. Ni. Each. Ni. Each. Amen. Os. Okay. That's what we know. That's a lot. All right, we're basically 4/5 of the way through this kata, I would say. All right, so we're almost done. All right, almost finished. So basically what we have to do from here is get to this end of the floor and end. All right, we're gonna go left, and we're gonna go back to the right, and then we're gonna end the kata. All right, ending where you're beginning. Okay. All right, let's do it again. All right, your own speed and pace. Your own speed and pace. So if you want to watch me go through this, perfectly fine. Rewind the video, do it with me. All right, so I want you to try to keep up as much as possible. I'm not going to go super fast. The sections that need to go fast will go fast. All right, so the 2 sections that I named, those 2 technical sections, the Agyuke with gate on at the beginning, and then the 1 section that we practiced and learned today, where you're starting with the Juji-uke. All right, again, that should go fairly quickly but smoothly. All right, don't forget any of the techniques and don't just blow over them or brush over them because you're just trying to get through that section. Okay, all right, start back here this time. Make sure you have room. Okay, I'm starting here, I'm stopping with my gate on there at that end of the room. All right? So just be aware where we're starting and stopping because of what we know up to this point. All right? We're only doing what we know up to this point. All right? We're not doing the entire kata. Your own speed and pace. Ready? Yoi. Subirachi. Ready? Yoi. Jion yoi. And your own speed and pace. Hajime. Adjustment. Okay. All right. That's what we know up to this point. All right. That's speed and pace that you should be at eventually. All right. If you still need a few seconds to finish up, I'm still talking. Finish it up. And make sure you're at the same point and you're ready to move on. If you need time, rewind the video. Get to a point where you're ready to move on to this next step. All right, this next step is something brand new. It's not used in any other kata. All right, so this is a fumakomi, which we're somewhat familiar with from hand sandan, right? Where you come up and stomp and kibadachi. Okay, so somewhat familiar with this. Remember in hand sandan, we are here. Then we do that deflection and then back fist. We're doing something similar here, but it's not, I want to call it a stomp, all right, because you're basically like stomping or raking your foot down someone's shin, stomping on the top of their foot, on that soft part, the instep of the foot, all right. That's pretty much what's happening with your stance, okay. So remember, we're starting from this gate on, and you're going 1, 2, 3. Right? It's 3 kibadachi, just like we have already done with our teisho ukes or uchis, right? With our teisho uke palm heel strikes. Except with those, we start here and we're just rotating. One foot is just moving to the next spot. With this, it's different. It is a fumakomi, so it is. Get a right down block, stomp, stomp, stomp. Rake down the shin of your opponent as you back them up. All right, so this is a fumakomi. All right, that's what this is called. So again, you're up, down, landing in kibadachi throughout. All right. That said, practice this with me. Okay. Let's go through this a couple times. In kibadachi, as much as possible, we're raking down with our foot, that stomp, right? Bring the knee up, at least to belt level, okay? Up to belt level, down and stomp. Okay? All right, so what we do is we start that from gate on right down block in the kata. This is where we start. Nothing with our hands, all right? So if you want to put your hands on your hips from gate on, just go here and each knee, some. All right? 1, 2, and 3. Your first one is with your right foot. Right foot, left foot, right foot is where the stomp is occurring. All right, so from Jion, ready? Ich, ni, san. All right, we've already talked about kibidachi. All right, good kibidachi stance here. Knees should be bent, feet should be wider than shoulder width, parallel feet. All right, as much as possible, stick to this as much as possible. All right, let's try it again. I'll go from another side just so you can see. All right, ready? From Jion, 3 fumakomi stomps. Ready? Ich, ni, san. Very good. Start on this side, move in the other direction. Jion. Or front stance, I guess I should say. We're not doing the block. Ready? Ich, ni, san. Okay? Okay, that's what we're doing from the waist down. From the waist up, it is something completely different, something brand new, and something that is going to look and feel difficult. All right, so what is it? So again, what this is called is a Hidari Otashi Uke. And what you're doing is striking down with this portion of your arm, okay, with this portion of your wrist, this bone right here, and you're striking down as you perform that fumakomi. So you're striking down as if someone's fist is already out for their punch, and you're striking down on it. Okay, remember the first time we did our palm heels where we're striking that fist away, okay? This time we're striking it down as you come to the side. But your arms do some things that look a little funny, but you're basically, it's needed because you're almost winding that up to bring it down. All right, now you've seen me do this kata several times, so you kind of know what's coming here. So from the Jion, all right, this arm is going to move up like you're almost in it with this fist blocking your side. Your right arm is going to shoot up by your ear as you step, stomp, and perform the block. Left arm goes to hikite. Again, repeat on the other side. This arm goes out, this one comes up, blocking down, right arm to hikite. Repeat one last time. Out, up, down. Okay? It's not very complex, it's just very different. It's not something we've done at all with any other kata up to this point, with any other Jion technique up to this point. We've not done this. Okay, so it's brand new. So practice this. All right, it's going to take some time to get used to it. It's going to take some time to understand what it is and what it feels like. So if you need to rewatch this portion of the video several times, do that because I want to get to the end of the kata today. All right, so let's try it all together. From the Jion right down block. We're going to go very slow. Ready? Ich, ni, san. Yame? Okay? All right. It's not incredibly difficult. You're repeating the same thing. But the moves and what you're doing with your hands and arms is very different. And it's functional, so you have to do it. Okay? Let's try from this side. From the Jion right down block. Ready? Ich, ni, san. Amen? All right. And again, when you're concentrating on your upper body, the lower body tends to fall away and you tend to get into more of a shikodachi, so that foot comes out a little bit. But just try your best. Again, try your best to stay in a good kibidachi stance, feet parallel. All right, as you come down with that block. All right. To me, it's both an uchi and an uke. because it's a down. You're striking down. So if a punch is coming in, you see it coming and you're striking it down. And I use the word strike. You can also say blocking it or deflecting it down, uke. All right, so if you were to read what this is, it's an uke, watashi uke. If you look at it, I think you can look at it and see that it is both a strike and a block. So both uchi and uke. All right, so let's start from this side, right? All right, so from Gator right down block. Ready? And each knee, some. All right, yeah, I'm in. Okay, practice that. All right, practice that several times. Get to the point where you're able to do that. Now, in the kata, whenever I perform it for you, I do an adjustment because I want to back up my Jion as far as possible, so I make sure I have enough room to cross the mat with those 3 techniques right there. Those 3 fumakomis with that hidari, otashi, uke. All right, so I back myself up. Typically, I'm about here, and I will call adjustment, which means just stepping back to take advantage of the full mat. And 1, 2, 3. All right. Each one, again, the striking or the blocking arm goes up by your ear, up, strike down, up, strike down, up, strike down. All right. So just remember that as part of what we're doing here. Let's do it again, just to make sure. Okay, make this one look pretty good. We're still going to go slow. And then we'll go into the last thing that we do in the kata. Then you'll know the entire kata, and then we'll practice it. All right, so from your Gator right down block, ready? Each knee, some. Very good. All right, again, if you're not ready, rewind. Rewind, get to the point of being ready because we're moving on to this next and final section of the kata. All right. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to put my back to you, kind of. I think I have room. This is your third and final fumakomi with your hidari otashi uke. Down. Now you're turning up. Okay? Up to this position, and you're doing a yumizuki. It's a bow punch. So it's like you're drawing a bow. Draw the bow with your right hand. All right. So again, from here, right arm on top, left arm underneath. It's almost like you're reaching into your sleeves. All right. From this position, you're looking at your opponent that you just struck down and up to here. Then, again, it's kibidachi. So stretch it out, bow punch. Okay, draw back with your bow. Fists are horizontal. Okay, they're not sideways like a bow. They're not actually doing a bow movement. You're not holding the bow and pulling the string. It's this direction. Okay, again from here, looking at your opponent, perform slowly. I'm not doing this to slow it down for you. You do this slowly. All right, so this is full speed. Ready? All right, just like that. That's full speed. So this is the one part where you're actually taking it slow and smooth. Breathe in. All right, you come to this position. And breathe out. Breathe in. Look at your opponent. Breathe out. Kibidachi. We're here. This arm comes up over, looking at your opponent on this side. Breathe in. Release. Ki and explode to the right with that next bow punch. All right, that Yumizuki. That's the end of the kata. Explode punch. Your ki, your final ki is right there. Draw your right foot to your left as you come up into final Jion position. Bow out of the kata. All right, that's it. It's the entire kata. Okay. All right, let's look at this again. This last part. All right, so after your third fumakomi, your tachi hidari uke, here. Ready? Each. Breathe in. Knee. Breathe out. Some. Breathe in. Yum. Ai. Breathe out. Ki. Come back up. That's the end of the kata. All right, that last section, that last part, all right, we're in kibidachi. One, come to here. Breathe in. Explode out. There is a shift. Okay, so with your feet, there's a shift. Shift. Okay, shift. Don't just go from this to this. Okay, from here, shift, strike, ki. Good kime. 1 to 2 seconds at this part. 1, 1000, 2, 1000. Come back to Jion. Jion Yoe. Okay? All right, let's work that. A couple more times, and then we'll do the entire kata from beginning to end. Okay? Fumakomi, Hidari Tachi Uke, ready. Each. Knee. Some. Shi. Ai. All right. One more time. All right, one more time. And then we're going to put those last two, we're just going to do those last two sections right there. And then we're going to do the entire kata. Okay? One more time from here. Hidari Tachi Uke. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. Shi. Ai. All right, very good. All right, so now I'm going to start with my back two with our gate on. I'm going to do the 3 fumakomis with the Hidari Tachi Ukes, ending exactly where we just ended. Okay, so I'm starting with my back two. Do this with me. Ready? From the gate on. And hajime. Each. Knee. Some. Each. Knee. Some. Yum. Ai. All right. That's it. That's the kata. All right, so now we're going to do this. We'll do it 3 times. All right, you're going to be winded. We're going to do it 3 times. The first 2, I'm going to count. I'm going to do it from this side, and I'm going to do it from that side, so that we see the entire kata, count the entire kata, do it with me. Last time, at your own speed and pace, as well as you can. If you need to glance up at your screen while we do it, that's fine. Just kind of catch a glance where we are, what we're doing exactly. Hopefully you've got it at this point, but we're going to do it 3 times. Twice by the numbers, 2 different angles, a 3rd time at your own speed and pace. Ready? Start here. Make sure you have your spot. Yoi. Subarachi. Right. Yo. Jion yoi. And hajime. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Whoop. Ich. Adjustment. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. 6, 7, 8, 9. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. Ich. Adjust. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. All right. You should have finished with me because I did the count for you. All right? Very good. It's the entire kata. Beginning to end, we're through it. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time. Same thing by the numbers, just another perspective, another angle. So I'm gonna start on this side. Prepare yourself. Lock it in. This last time is gonna be at your own speed and pace. Ready? This one again, I'm counting. Still counting here. Still have one more shot with my instruction. Ready? Yoi. Subarachi. Right. Yoi. Jion yoi. And now it's kata. Jion. And hajime. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rope. Ich. Adjustment. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. 6, 8, 9. Ich. Ni. Ich. Ni. Ich. Adjust. And ich. Ni. San. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Very good. That's the entire kata. Timing is about right. Right? Timing is about exactly what it should be for the entire kata. Slow it down just slightly, but not very much. Okay? That's what your timing should be for the kata. Last time, your own speed and pace. I will most likely finish before you, so I will give you a few seconds at the end before we wrap up class. Right? Let's go. Find your starting point. We'll go through protocol together. Yoi. Subarachi. Right. Yoi. Jion yoi. And now it's kata. Jion. Your own speed and pace. And Hajime. Adjustment. Adjustment. Yeah. And yame. Good. That's the entire kata. All right? If you made it through with no mistakes, congratulations. Good job. Okay? If you still had a couple bumps and bobbles through there, go through this class again. Go through the class that makes the most sense for the area you're having the most issue with, whether that's part 1, part 2, or today's class, part 3, until you're comfortable and you have the entire kata down from beginning to end. Coming back, right? In every class, I do the kata from beginning to end, right? So regardless of which one you look at, part 1, 2, or 3, you always have an example to go back to. You always have a base to say, all right, what does it look like from beginning to end? Go back and look at it, all right? Now, I recommend that you have part 1 down and part 2 down before you come to part 3 today. But if you don't, it's understandable. Go back to 1 and 2. That's why they're there. That's why they're recorded. Go back, take a look. Take your time to get to the point where you're comfortable moving from part 1 to part 2 to part 3 and getting the entire kata down from beginning to end. All right, it is a difficult kata. It is a long kata. A lot of moves, a lot of techniques, a lot of brand new things that we've not done in any kata up to this point. So again, there's a lot that goes into this one, okay? Because of that, next week, all right, not a part 4, but we're gonna do a standalone Jion Bunkai class where we just basically go through some of the Bunkai with Jion. Might add another kata in there as well just to fill up the class, but I want to add some understanding to the kata so that when you do it, you're actually thinking to yourself, this is what's happening right now. That's why it makes sense to me, and that's why I'm able to do it. It may help put into context some of the techniques, and then it feels like it makes more sense to you, and therefore you kind of remember it a little bit better. All right, let's come back to center. Yoi. Subidachi. Ring. Yoi. Seiza. All right, today's meditation, go through the kata. Beginning to end, go through the kata. Ready? Okuso. 僕そよめ先生に言う立てよいしびらちよいos. All right, good job everybody. Thank you for joining me for this class. Hopefully you got a lot out of it. Hopefully you know the kata Jion from beginning to end now. And if you don't, you have 3 different videos to refer back to. All right, we'll see you next week when we go through the bunkai for Jion. Os.